Have you ever wanted to learn how to make your own electrolytes at home so you can save money? You don't have to run to the store and buy something like Pedialyte, Gatorade, Powerade, or all those other crazy sugary drinks? Well, it's really simple, and I'm about to explain how. So stick around and check it out. This one has been requested numerous times since we started this weight loss journey about 19 weeks ago now. And I've been making my own electrolyte recipe at home. People have asked me several times for the ingredients, also several times for my exact measurements. Now, my main thing here is I don't have exact measurements to this. I tried using exact measurements at one point, and it was always just a little bit too much of one thing or another. So I started making my electrolyte mixture basically by eye every single day. It's a little bit different, a little bit more of this or that, and it seems to work out better that way. It doesn't taste disgusting. Now I make it in two different ways. I make it in a tall glass, just like this here, and I do a to-go container for work. Now, this one's going to be a little bit more diluted than this one here, so I mean, it's everything here varies, but the same principle is going to apply. In order to make electrolytes in general, it's just you take a tall glass, fill it with water, and you add a little bit of this stuff here. This is Himalayan pink salt. The rest of this stuff is just extra added ingredients just for my personal benefit, for my recipe, and that's what I want to use anyways, so I might as well just make it all into one mixture. And I drink this anywhere from 1 to 2 times a day, sometimes even 3 times a day. I might make this mixture up, especially before bed. If I take it before bedtime, I usually sleep a whole lot better. So this is why I try to take it before bedtime. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how we do this, just so you have a pretty good eyeball on what I do for every day of the week. It doesn't matter what day of the week is, Monday through Friday or even on the weekends. All right, we're going to get you guys up here. See if I can get you a little zoomed in a little closer so I can give you a good shot. So you take your apple cider vinegar, your Bragg's, of course, with the mothers. Now, if you look on the bottom here, you can kind of see all the floaties in the bottom. Now, that is the good stuff. That's the yeast and the minor bacterias and stuff like that. That's the good stuff you want in your gut. So you don't want the crystal clear, highly refined apple cider vinegar. You want it to look a little dark and have some actual material in the bottom of it, because that's the stuff that's really going to help you, especially for gut bacteria, lowering your blood pressure. In some cases, it helps lower your blood sugar. Now, if you take this stuff after a meal, it's been known to actually not lower the blood sugar as a general rule, but it'll help. The blood sugar will still be there, but it'll flatten the curve. So I guess you could say it is lowered, but your curve isn't going to go way up too high. It's just going to kind of go up and then kind of flatten out a little bit. So it'll help for better digestion and less of an insulin spike after eating a meal, especially with high carbs. Now, all right, so we're just going to take this glass here, and this is literally what I do. Just a little, boom, that's it. Little tiny splash of that. Then we have just lemon juice in a bottle. And we're going to do the same thing with that. I'm just going to give a little, see, nothing, I'm not measuring here. I'm just a little glug glug, and that's it. Himalayan pink salt. Now I got to kind of, it's getting a little low, but we're going to take the Himalayan pink salt, and I'm just taking pinches. All right, that's it, pinches. 1, 2, and I do about 3 pinches. 3 pinches of pink salt. I get this up closer to the camera, you can see what I'm doing here. But yeah, 3 pinches of that. But you want a good quality salt when you're doing this stuff. Now we're going to do the no salt next. The reason I like the no salt is because it helps give me a little bit of extra added potassium, because on the back here it says it's got like 690 milligrams of potassium, and it says 1 serving size is a 1/4 teaspoon. I don't even think we're going to use that much. I use about 3 to 4 taps. It could be close to a 1/4 teaspoon. I don't know. I don't measure. I just go by ear. So I just take this up, and as you can see, just tap, 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 like 4 taps. That's plenty. Now we do the same thing in our to-go bottle. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we take our apple cider vinegar, a little splash, not measuring here, then a little splash of this lemon juice. And I like the lemon juice. It does provide some health benefits. Gives you a little bit more magnesium and stuff. And now, like this, a good quality salt is going to have some actual dirt in it. You know, you're going to have some real dirt, some real minerals and stuff like that. You don't want a crystal clear salt. I mean, when we were kids, we were playing in the sandbox and we were eating stuff like mud pies, and we were all healthier back then. Remember those days? You know, when we were actually like shoving dirt in our mouth and eating it. And just a for instance here, come on now. You know, there's a lot of benefits to be found in our soil. So, all right, we're going to head on over to the sink and we're going to fill these up. And that's really all there is to it. Now, when you're filling up the regular water bottle, like your to-go water bottle, I think it's really important to say, don't fill it up halfway and start shaking it, trying to get everything mixed in, because it will start creating these crazy suds. So just fill it up all the way, get it all the way up to the top, put your top on, and just before it's time that you're actually going to start drinking this on the job, I'll shake it like this. This is okay, and then it'll be ready to drink at any time after that. But that just gives it a little bit of mix, and it won't create this sudsing all the way up through the top. Because if you shake it like with it half full like this thing will fill up completely with suds. So you want to try to avoid that. And now here we're just adding water to the tall glass. I mean, this is pretty simple stuff here. And boom, that's it. That's my electrolytes for the day. And then we just take a spoon and I stir this around. And the reason I started adding lemon juice and no salt is because I did need a little bit more potassium. My legs were cramping throughout the day when I was driving my truck, and they were also cramping later on at nighttime. So, you know, when I'm done with all this, I basically use this mixture here. This is what I use to take my morning vitamins and stuff like that. So whatever your daily morning vitamins are, if you have any, this is what I make just before that. And it's also my daily early morning water intake for the day. The electrolytes are always going to be helpful for every aspect of your life. Now, the reason I even learned about electrolytes is, you know, I'm part of a very large prepping community, and we talk about like, okay, what happens if everything goes bad in this country and we need to learn how to survive on our own? Well, one of the things that was brought up immediately is you need a good form of salt. If you run out of salt, you'll die. I mean, you need this here. You need this for the minerals. You need this for the electrolytes. And yeah, it's gonna keep you alive. That's what this is for. This is why the preppers talk about, you know, having a good high quality type salt in your house at all times. Apple cider vinegar is just that, man. This stuff looks golden because it is gold. It's just amazing stuff. There's a ton of health benefits in here, so definitely research this stuff, see what you can find out, and pick you up some of this. I mean, the Bragg's is just amazing. But there are other brands out there besides Bragg's that have what they call the mothers in it. You know, the mothers, this is the most important part, is having the mothers. The lemon juice, you know, this does, like I said, this does have a lot of extra added benefits to it. It has some vitamin C, a little bit of magnesium. Magnesium is great. It helps you poop. It also helps with some other issues. But yeah, this is good stuff here. This is also 0 calorie. So why not add it? But there's another brand of salt which you can use just the same. And it's over here. And this is a salt that was recommended to me by several other YouTube channels and other followers here in this community, for that matter. This is Redmond. I really like this stuff. It's really kind of like a friend of mine said. He's like, if you eat this in particular ways, it does taste like you're eating sand, but that's because it actually has sand in it. I mean, it's literally refined from the ground, and it's not filtered out. It's not super processed. So like when you open it up, I'm pretty sure you can actually see like little pieces of dark sand in here. And yes, you can. So I'm going to swing you around. We're going to see if we can get you in nice and close. But yeah, if you can see that there, you can see all the little specks in there, and that is, you know, what it is. That's actual sand. So that's little sand, and that's where you get a lot of your minerals from. It's not just the salt. So yeah, and it's super good for you. Now you can use this salt here just the same. You don't have to have Himalayan pink salt. You don't have to have just Redmond salt. Now you can use other salts like Celtic sea salt or any other type of you know, sea salt that's been mined from the earth or the ocean, for that matter. What you want to stay away from is stuff like this here. I mean, this will say it has natural sea salt in it, but it is so overly processed. There's really not any significant source of anything in this particular salt right here. So it's just, yeah, salt does not supply iodide, a necessary nutrient. Yeah. So it's already stripped of some necessary nutrients, and it says it right here on the package. Like, it's this doesn't have everything you need to survive, so let's not use this one. But I mean, if you need to use it for cooking or something like that, I guess it's acceptable. But yeah, I wouldn't rely on this salt to give you everything you need. And just like that, my friends, is how you make electrolytes. So anyways, if you happen to find any benefit from this video, please follow along as always, and we hope to see you in the next one.